Recreation Inspiration is hosted by 6 kids and a glue gun, Crafty Art Shack, and OK at Home DIY. These women have awesome DIY channels, are helpful, sweet, and kind. You must check out the link to their channels listed in the description box below. Other DIYers are excited to take the time to join in this spring recreation inspiration. This DIY is to highlight others that have YouTube channels. The link to the playlist is listed in the description box below. So let's get rolling. Today I have 2 DIYs that are inspired by Nina's Wohnwelt. She has beautiful spring floral DIYs that are absolutely lovely and simple. I am sure you will enjoy her ideas that I will recreate. Check her out on TikTok and Instagram. She has a lovely channel, so go over and see what she's doing. I am ready to plant, but since it is a bit cold, I will use dried flowers along with some faux flowers. So DIY number 1, a glass candle holder. The supplies needed include white and blue wood and some metal beads, both large and small. Got these from Michael's. Glass vase, hot glue, dried and full flowers, and a toothpick. It is very important to pick out the beads that you want to use for your candle holder. I had blue, white, and natural beads, but not enough to put the same across the bottom. I chose to use white and pale blue and alternate every 2 beads as best as possible. Then I added some silver odd-shaped metal beads. They were in the bag with the blue beads, and some smaller beads to set on top of the white or the blue beads. After that was completed, I began to insert the dried and full flowers into the tiny openings in the beads. It looks fantastic. I inserted a battery-operated candle inside the base and turned it on. But you can also use a real candle. It is beautiful. Nothing else needs to be added because it is fantastic on its own. So let me know what you think. DIY number 2, a cork flower pot. The supplies needed include 2 sheets of adhesive cork from Dollar Tree, 1 large tin can, 1 small tin can, some adhesive, and a small live or flow plant. I saw this cork planter made from actual cork by Crafts, Plants, and Succulents with Jonah. The planters were innovative using plastic bottles. I thought this would be fantastic and save our planet. However, I made mine with a twist from Dollar Tree supplies, also using supplies to save our planet. I usually do not save tin cans, but I saved a medium size and a small can to use for the planter. The smaller can is used to give the plant holder a little height. I did not want the metal to show on the top of the can, so therefore I used some cork ribbon to put around the top using reptile adhesive. It was folded on both sides, and then I used some Dollar Tree clamps to make sure it held together and looked cohesive. I measured and cut the cork sheet with my paper cutter and put it around the outside of the small can first. Then I put it around the medium-sized can. After that, I cut a piece of cork that was half the size of the can and began adhering it to the inside of the can. I didn't put it at the bottom because if you want to put some water in there, then you don't want to put it so high that it will get the cork part wet. Or you can put a glass bottle inside the can and put water in it and put your live plants in there. I cut a piece of cork to put on the bottom of the medium-sized can. However, I had to cut a piece of cork from the middle of that can so that metal would adhere to metal. Fix-all adhesive was used to adhere the small can to the medium-sized can. Lastly, I put a small cutting from a live plant inside and put it in my office. In addition, you can see it being styled with faux succulents. However, it doesn't just have to be used for plants. It can be used for office supplies by putting in your pens, pencils, or a small ruler, and maybe you have other items on your desk that could use a home. So let me know what you think about this. It isn't exactly like the cork by Crafts Plants and Succulents with Jonah, but it has a similar focus. My last DIY is a wreath. Now, I like simple wreaths that do not take a long time to make. Again, Nina's Wohnwelt just makes some unique flower or beaded wreath to hang on the front door or to use in her home decor. I will make a simple bunny wreath using beads and dried flowers. So here's the bunny family, y'all. So for DIY number 3, you need an embroidery hoop. That is one that's 6 inches, various dried flowers and faux flowers, some beads, 1 wooden egg, a drill, barbecue skewer, wood glue, hot glue, and I think that's pretty much all that it takes. Originally, I was going to use wood glue to adhere all of the beads together, but then thought that I could use a skewer to hold the beads and prevent them from possibly falling apart in the future, because I've made something similar to this before. And so I measured the skewer against the hoop to determine how many beads I would need, and kind of did a dry run trying to figure that out. However, I needed to drill an opening in the egg so it would fit, and also I had to drill the holes on both sides of the hoop, but I did not judge accurately, so I had to drill another opening. However, you can patch the oops holes, or you can put some, maybe some little beads there, and you could put them all around if you want to. I threaded 3 small beads, and 1 white large bead, 2 small beads, 1 large bead, 3 small beads, and then the egg and the last 2 small beads. That is how I threaded them on the skewer, and put the skewer into the 2 openings that I had made on the sides of the hoop. And also in between there, I used some wood glue so that the beads would not spin around. Now it was time to decorate them. I needed to give the bunny some ears. So for the Papa Bunny, I used 2 dried stems and inserted them into the smaller bead that was on top of the white bottom bead, so that would be the head. For the Mama Bunny, she got some pink dried bunny tails that were glued to the head. And lastly, for the Baby Bunny, I used a flower petal and I just cut it down to size. I used a dried stem and hot glued it into the head of the baby. Now, Nina, I hope I made you proud. I think this is so cute, and it screams spring when you see the birds and bunnies hopping around. And I have also seen some flowers peeking through the ground. Happy spring, Z9 Designs family. I appreciate you watching my channel. Every comment is special to me, and I want to thank you. And be sure to subscribe, like, save, and comment on my channel. And be sure to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and of course my YouTube channel. And remember, it is more important to be loving than to be right. See you later.